The midday sun beat down on the bustling marketplace of Umuokpala, casting long shadows that danced between the vibrant stalls. Amaka, a young woman with a deep, rich skin tone and eyes that sparkled like polished gemstones, weaved through the crowd, her nimble fingers deftly maneuvering a basket overflowing with colorful fabrics. Unlike most women her age, Amaka wasn't desperately seeking a husband. Her heart belonged to Chike, a handsome young woodcarver with a mischievous grin and a kind soul. Their love blossomed amid stolen glances and whispered conversations under the shade of the giant mahogany tree that marked the center of the village. However, a dark cloud loomed over their budding romance. Umuokpala held fast to the ancient custom of igba nkwatọ, where a younger sister couldn't marry before her elder sister. Amaka's older sister, Ebele, was a woman of breathtaking beauty, but her heart yearned for something beyond marriage and motherhood. Ebele dreamt of mastering the art of pottery, a pursuit deemed unsuitable for a woman in their village. One starlit night, Amaka confided in her closest friend, Nneka, a fiery young woman with eyes that held the spark of rebellion. Tears welled up in Amaka's eyes as she confessed, "My heart aches for Chike and Nneka, but tradition binds us like a stubborn vine." Nneka, her outrage mirroring Amaka's, slammed her fist on a nearby grinding stone. "This is madness. Traditions are meant to guide us, not cage us. You deserve love, Amaka." Fueled by Nneka's unwavering support, a seed of defiance sprouted in Amaka's heart. The next day, she sought counsel from her wise grandmother, Nne Nne. The old woman, her face etched with the wisdom of years, listened patiently. Finally, she spoke, her voice raspy but firm. "Traditions are like the mighty Niger River, Amaka," she said. "It nourishes our land, but sometimes its path needs to be redirected to avoid a dry season. Your happiness matters." Nene's words resonated with Amaka. She knew defying tradition would be like walking a tightrope over a crocodile-infested river. Yet the thought of losing Chika was unbearable. With newfound resolve, she gathered Ebele, Nneka, and Chika for a secret meeting under the shade of the mahogany tree. Amaka laid bare her heart, her voice trembling but steady. "Chika and I love each other," she declared, "and we can't wait any longer." Ebele, surprised by the urgency, finally revealed her own desires. "Marriage doesn't hold the same allure for me as shaping clay and creating beauty," she admitted. "I yearn to learn from the great potters of Nsukka." A tense silence followed. Then Nneka stepped forward, her voice ringing with conviction. "Perhaps," she suggested, "tradition can bend. Ebele can pursue her dreams, and Amaka can marry Chika, with the blessings of the elders, of course." The idea was revolutionary, a challenge to the very fabric of Umuokpala. Yet the logic resonated. Chike, ever the pragmatist, saw the potential solution. "We can approach the elders with respect, offering a generous dowry and promising to support Ebele's ambitions." A flicker of hope ignited in Amaka's eyes. Together they hatched a plan, one that would require courage, diplomacy, and a sprinkle of cunning. The next morning, the village square buzzed with curiosity as Amaka, Chike, Nneka, and Ebele stood before the elders, a united front. Chike, with eloquent words and a hefty dowry, presented their case. Nneka, ever the firebrand, spoke of Amaka's love for Chike and Ebele's artistic talent. Ebele, overcoming her shyness, passionately described her vision of creating exquisite pottery that would rival the best in the land. The elders, a stoic group with weathered faces, listened intently. The weight of tradition hung heavy in the air. Finally, the oldest elder, his voice like the rustling of dried leaves, spoke. "This is a radical proposal," he said, his gaze sweeping over the young people. "Igba and Kwato has served our village well for generations. We cannot uproot such a tradition on a whim." A murmur of agreement rippled through the gathered crowd. Chike, ever the diplomat, stepped forward. We understand your concerns, respected elders. We propose a compromise. Allow Ebele to pursue her pottery training in Nsukka, and if she proves her talent within a year, we can revisit the issue of marriage. Nneka bristled, her fiery spirit threatening to erupt. A year is too long. Ebele's dreams shouldn't be held hostage by tradition. A heated debate erupted. The elders, staunch traditionalists, argued for upholding the established order. Nneka and Chike countered with pleas for understanding and the potential benefits of Ebele's talent. Amaka stood silently, her emotions a whirlwind, her eyes pleading with the elders to see reason. The meeting stretched on for hours, filled with impassioned arguments and frustrated silences. Finally, the elders reached a decision. We shall not abandon tradition lightly, the oldest elder declared. However, we are also open to the winds of change. Ebele may pursue her training for a year, but during that time, the village council will hold discussions and gather opinions from the community. Only then will a final decision be made regarding marriage and any potential changes to igba nkwatọ. Disappointment washed over Amaka, but a flicker of hope remained. A year was a long time, but it was a chance. Now they had to convince the entire village, not just the elders, that their love and Ibele's dreams were worth bending tradition. The following days were a whirlwind of action. Amaka and Chike rallied their friends and family, sharing stories of their love and Ibele's artistic talents. Ebele, initially hesitant, surprised everyone with her captivating demonstrations of pottery making skills. Nneka, with her fiery speeches and charismatic personality, became their champion, swaying hearts and minds one conversation at a time. Months passed, filled with debates, whispers, and simmering tension. Some villagers clung stubbornly to the old ways, while others, inspired by Ebele's passion and Amaka's unwavering love, began to see the merit in change. The council meetings were a battleground of ideas, with arguments spilling out into the village square. Finally, the day of reckoning arrived. The entire village gathered under the mahogany tree, a palpable anticipation hanging in the air. The council elders, after weeks of deliberation, presented their decision. The journey had been arduous, but the seeds of change sown by Amaka and her companions had taken root. The village held its breath as the oldest elder stood under the mahogany tree, his weathered face etched with the weight of the decision. We, the council elders, have listened to the voices of our people, he boomed, his voice carrying across the silent crowd. We have witnessed the love between Amaka and Chike and the undeniable talent of Ebele. A murmur rippled through the crowd. Some villagers shifted impatiently, eager to hear the verdict. The elder continued, his voice softer now. Change, he said, is a river that carves its own path. We cannot deny its current forever. A collective gasp escaped the crowd. Was this a concession? Amaka's heart hammered in her chest. Chick squeezed her hand reassuringly. However, the elder continued, his voice firming, tradition is the bedrock of our village. It is the foundation upon which we build our lives. Disappointment clouded Amaka's face. Was this a rejection after all? The elder raised her hand, silencing the murmurs. Therefore, we propose a solution that honors both love and tradition. He paused dramatically, letting the tension build. Ebele, he declared, his voice resonating through the square, you will be allowed to pursue your pottery training in Nsukka if within a year you return with skills that bring honor to Umuokpala. We will consider amending the custom of igba nkwatọ to allow your sister to marry before you. A collective sigh of relief swept through the crowd. Some villagers nodded in agreement, while others exchanged curious glances. It wasn't the complete victory Amaka had hoped for, but it was a chance. A chance for Ebele to prove herself and pave the way for their unconventional love. Ebele stepped forward, her eyes shining with a mix of determination and gratitude. I accept your challenge, elders, she declared, her voice ringing with newfound confidence. I will return to Umuokpala a master potter, and together we will forge a new future for our village. A wave of cheers erupted, a mix of relief and excitement. Amaka, tears welling in her eyes, embraced Ebele tightly. Chike grinned, his heart overflowing with hope. The year ahead would be a test, a year of separation, hard work, and the constant pressure of proving their worth. But for Amaka and Ebele, it was a year filled with the promise of change, a year where the weaver's rebellion could blossom into a village transformed. A year flew by in a whirlwind of activity. Ebele thrived in Nsukka, her talent blossoming under the tutelage of a renowned potter. She learned the ancient techniques, her hands shaping the clay with a newfound confidence. Amaka, though heartbroken by the separation, poured her love into her weaving, her tapestries reflecting the vibrant emotions swirling within her. News of Ebele's progress trickled back to Umuokpala and carried on the tongues of traders and travelers. Skeptics who scoffed at a woman pursuing pottery were gradually replaced by curious onlookers, eager to see her creations. Chike, ever the champion, fueled the anticipation by organizing a grand homecoming celebration for Ebele. The day Ebele returned, the village square was abuzz with excitement. Amaka, adorned in her finest cloth, stood at the forefront, her eyes searching the horizon. Finally, a plume of dust appeared in the distance, followed by the silhouette of a lone figure. As Ebele drew closer, the crowd gasped. She wasn't carrying a simple clay pot. Balanced on her head was a magnificent creation, a large, intricately designed urn, its surface adorned with swirling patterns that seemed to capture the very essence of Umuokpala. The villagers, initially hesitant, were mesmerized. The artistry was undeniable, a testament to Ebele's dedication and raw talent. Ebele, her face glowing with pride, presented the urn to the elders. As they examined it, their stoic expressions softened. This wasn't just a pot, it was a masterpiece that could rival the finest works from renowned artists. It was a bridge between tradition and innovation, a symbol of Umuokpala's potential. A hush fell over the crowd as the eldest elder held the urn aloft for all to see. This, he declared, his voice thick with emotion, is a work of true artistry. It embodies the spirit of our village, its rich history, and its boundless potential. A slow smile spread across his face. He turned to Ebele, his gaze filled with newfound respect. You have not only mastered the art of pottery, Ebele, but you have shown us the power of defying expectations. You have earned your place among the respected artisans of Umuokpala. A thunderous cheer erupted from the crowd. This wasn't just a victory for Ebele, it was a validation of their collective courage. The elders, moved by Ebele's talent and the overwhelming support from the villagers, finally addressed the issue of tradition. The winds of change, the elder continued, have brought forth a new dawn for Umuokpala. We, the council, acknowledge the strength of love and the power of pursuing one's dreams. Therefore, we propose an amendment to the custom of igba nkwatọ. Another wave of anticipation washed over the crowd. Amaka's heart hammered in her chest. Chike's hand tightened around hers. Henceforth, the elder declared, a younger sister may marry before her elder sister, provided the elder sister gives her blessing and pursues a path that brings honor and prosperity to our village. The crowd erupted in cheers. Tears welled up in Amaka's eyes as she looked at Ebele, a silent understanding passing between them. Their rebellion, fueled by love and ambition, had not only secured their own happiness, but had also ushered in a new era for Umuokpala, an era where tradition and progress coexisted, paving the way for a brighter future for generations to come. The following days were a blur of joyous celebrations. A magnificent wedding ceremony united Amaka and Chike, their love story becoming a legend whispered throughout the land. Ebele, hailed as a master potter, established a thriving workshop in the village, attracting apprentices eager to learn her techniques. Umuokpala, once known for its strict adherence to tradition, became a beacon of innovation, where both men and women were empowered to chase their dreams and contribute to the village's growth.
Thank you for joining us on this journey through the tale of Amaka and Ebele. This story shows us that love and determination can transform lives and communities, and that traditions can adapt to embrace progress. This story teaches us the importance of courage, ambition, and the pursuit of a better future. If you enjoyed this story, please like and share our video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, African Tales by Africans, and click on the notification bell to stay updated with our latest stories. Join us as we continue to bring you more inspiring and educational tales from Africa. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to sharing more stories with you.